And we have been
Tell us
able to.
what emerges from the center-wise
Correct.
and the
That's
city-wise data that
Yes,
you have.
Lord. I'm straight away coming to that.
Yes.
Lord, basically, I have basically now threefold submissions.
Have you prepared a note or something which will?
Lord, we have submitted a second supplementary note.
That's on the basis of the data, right?
That's on the basis of data and my subsequent points.
Well, let's just.
But Lord, allow me, Lord, without referring to that note, Lord, allow me to sum it up first. In two parts. One is the leak part, and the other is the dominant argument, Lord, even more dominant than the leak part, which they say is a breach, is that their manner of conducting the entire examination is so brittle that it does not inspire confidence at all. At every stage, there is a breach, and there is a possibility of breach. That is the second limb of my argument. But summing up on my first limb, that it is a case of a paper leak. I just say, my lord, they admit paper leak. They admit the dissemination happened on WhatsApp. I'm just going by their admission. Now the Bihar police material collected report is before this honorable court. I'm sure 161 statement which we have placed on record are the same, which indicate Bihar police's case, because any police recording 161 statement and indicating that the paper was sold and the students were made to learn those answers was 4th of May, not 5th of May. So this is what the Bihar police investigation, which I'm banking upon to say that leak is not happening on 5th of May morning as is being suggested. But the leak is happening prior to the deposit of question papers with the respective banks.
Yes.
So my submission is leak is prior to going the question paper before to the bank, that is 3rd or prior to 3rd. And their suggestion that it happened on 5th morning is hard to believe and contrary to the investigation report of Bihar police. And lastly, this is the handiwork of a gang which has been indulging into paper leak even previously. This Sanjeev Mukhia and the other gangs which have not even been arrested despite all this thing. So it is not some peon went into the question paper room and sneaked one paper out or had a click and it was a locally done for 4, 5, 10 students. No, handiwork of a gang. My lord, specific order to the Bihar police was placed before us, all material collected, meaning thereby all statements, all recovery of documents, case diary, and then the report.
You should tell us Anurag Yadav.
That's right.
Anybody else apart from Anurag Yadav?
There are 4 people. There are 4 statements. If I can invite Mullad's kind attention.
Anurag Yadav का statement क्या है?
Anurag Yadav. Then Mullad, the next is Nitish Kumar.
1 second. Huh?
Nitish Kumar, son of late Siaram Prasad.
1 second. ये हमने देखा था ना उचित कौन से पन्ने पे just help us which is that page in the compilation of Nitish Kumar's statement because they don't have the case diary that's why.
Yes, I'll just. Nitish,
If I can give the other name in the meantime, Amit Anand and Sikandar Prasad.
1 second. Huh? Amit Anand
And Sikandar Prasad.
and Sikandar Prasad.
That's right. These 161 statement indicate that the leak is much prior to the examination.
1 second, we are just going through those statements.
Please.
He's at page 92.
Page 88.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Anurag Yadav, 131.
उसका statement है। I'm sorry. It's, page 134.
One is that, who is this? Is Anurag Yadav, is it?
Yes. And Amit Anand is 132.
132.
Yes. 131 is my mistake, my lord. Anurag Yadav, we are finding out. 132 is Amit Anand, my lords. And relevant, your lordships may go through the entire.
अमित है क्या आपके पास? Mr. Solicitor is Abhyukt Sikandar Prasad.
Yes, that's my mistake, my lord. I'm just trying to find
131
out.
is
Next is, my lord, 132 is Amit Anand. I'm finding out, my lord, the
130. सिकंदर के साथ तो देख लो पहले कुछ है क्या?
I have it. At 133 bottom, possibly your lordships will get the relevant part of Amit Anand. ठीक है. कहाँ है? Would your lordship?
And now just see page 92. Just see page 92.
Yes.
This is the statement of Nitish Kumar.
The Nitish Kumar statement, my lord, at page 134 may kindly be seen.
So we just see page 92. This is the first
90.
statement.
Yes, my lords.
बीच में
Yes.
बातचीत के क्रम में
समवेयर बातचीत. यस.
हाँ
सोरेन से बताया गया कि मेरे पास भी लड़का है जिसे आप परीक्षा में पास करा दीजिए, तो नीट की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, उसके बदले में तथा अमित आनंद बताएं कि 30 रुपया लगेगा. सिकंदर तैयार हो गया, बताया कि 4 लड़का हम आप देंगे. नीट परीक्षा से एक दिन पूर्व के संध्या में मैं, चिंटू एवं पिंटू, मतलब 2 एक्यूज, तथा आशुतोष मिलकर लर्नेड प्ले स्कूल में नीट की परीक्षा के लिए आए अभ्यर्थियों को नीट का प्रश्न उत्तर सहित रटवाने लगा. प्रश्न पत्र चिंटू के मोबाइल नंबर 100 पर आया था, जिसे अभ्यर्थियों को उत्तर सहित रटवाया दिया गया था, तथा परीक्षा समाप्ति के बाद काम हो जाने पर मैं 100 के लीक प्रश्न पत्र को के छत पर पानी टंकी के बगल में साक्ष्य मिटाने हेतु आग लगा दिया. इस परीक्षा में मेरे पास कुल 13 अभ्यर्थी थे, जिसे मैंने नीट का प्रश्न पत्र उत्तर सहित रटवाया था. नाउ प्लीज सी माय लॉर्ड 132, 134 नीतीश कुमार. जो अंदर गया था वो कौन सा? एक बजे तक खत्म करेगा, लिख रहा है actually। Just your lordship, my lord, because your lordship will get the context. Thereafter, my lord, it was transferred to EOU. Kindly have a look at, my lord, page 132. Amit Anand's statement recorded by EOU. It's more elaborate and a little more in-depth. Your lordship gets, my lord, 132.
At the last word on page 131.
Yes.
दिनांक 4/5 को इनके साला व पत्नी रीना देवी तथा साला सो जिन्होंने गेस्ट हाउस में रुकवा दिया।
Yes. They all gathered at night, my lord. That is true.
पूर्व निर्धारित योजना अनुसार दिनांक 4/5 को रात्रि में उक्त चारों अभ्यर्थियों को सगुना मोड़ खगोल रोड में अमित आनंद व एवं नीतीश कुमार को नीट 2024 परीक्षा में आने वाले प्रश्नोत्तर रटवाने के लिए सौंप दिए थे।
They were handed over. You get
The
them memorized.
investigation is botched up by the stand being taken by Government of India, my lord. The matter is under
no,
investigation.
my lord.
The kind of stand being
Kindly
taken.
allow, don't take it government of India. I am answerable to these students. I am answerable to other students.
How?
And more, I am answerable to the court. Well, let us not do it like
That's
this.
all right. We are just analyzing these statements.
Yes, my lord, all of them were gathered.
Amit Anand seems to be suggesting that the leaked question papers were given to the students for memorization on the night of the 4th.
No, my lords.
That's
What
what
happens is, what actually happened during the CBI investigation is, all students were gathered and put at a particular place so as to enable them to memorize as and when the paper is available, which comes, my lord, from the statement of Amit Anand. My lord, please read statement of Amit Anand. Your lordships are on page 132. My lord, I am just reading the bare facts. I am not, my lord, taking any stand. Page 132, Amit Anand, my lords. And thereafter, Nitish Kumar. And they are giving statements when they were not obviously aware that this would be scrutinized by the court. So this is a first-hand account. से पहले
गुजरात में देखा था।
Papers were purloined. After the papers were purloined, and then
assistance may be incomplete. That's all I'm saying. Kindly report. Sorry, second report. Para 98. But before that, would your lordships accept my request of reading two more statements from
Two more statements.
EOU? In this context, please read the report.
Okay, just
It
only
would
one
be
statement.
incomplete picture in your lordship's mind.
Just keep that page two in 1 minute.
132.
See, it's well written.
Lord, para 97 onwards, in the second report, your lordships would find assistance, my lord, for this particular part.
Mr. Solicitor, we just look at now those two statements you were saying, telling us something.
132, my lords.
132.
That's, my lord, in the Bihar police statement, the statement recorded by EOU. Initially, it was local police, transferred to economic offences wing, where, my lord, it is a little more detailed. Page 132 at the foot.
That is Amit Anand.
Amit Anand, yes, my lord, his statement. Kindly come to the next page, 133. I am, my lord, skipping what is not relevant either way for the present purpose, my lord. Kindly see from the 10th line, somewhere 10th line from the bottom. इस पर सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंद्र बोले, your lordship gets, my lord, some
Yes.
कि उनके पास भी 4-5 लड़का है जो परीक्षा देने वाले हैं, उसे आप परीक्षा में पास करा दीजिए, इसके बदले में स्वयं वे बताए कि 4 लड़का हम आपको देंगे। ये नो काइंडली सी दिस, my lord, ये दिनांक 4/5/24 को रात्रि में सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंदु से उन 4 अभ्यर्थियों का सो से प्राप्त किए तथा अपने कार से चारों को लेकर नीतीश कुमार के पास न्यू बाईपास चले गए। प्लीज मार्क दिस। नीतीश कुमार अपने एवं उनके अन्य अभ्यर्थियों को लेकर लर्नेड बॉयज स्कूल एवं सो में लेकर चला गया, जहां पर सभी विद्यार्थियों को अगले दिन करीब 10 बजे नीट का प्रश्न उत्तर सहित रटवा दिया गया। 10 बजे। नाउ प्लीज सी, ये भी अपने परीक्षार्थी एवं अन्य परीक्षार्थी तथा सिकंदर प्रसाद के साथ परीक्षा केंद्रों पर घूम घूम कर सभी को सेंटर पर पहुंचा दिए और अपने फ्लैट पर पहुंच गए और खाना खाए एटसेट्रा। काइंडली सी द नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ नीतीश कुमार. Nitish Kumar is the person who not only brings students, he was at that school, Learn Boys School. So your lordships can come to page 134, 7 lines from the bottom. उसके बाद दिनांक 4/5, your lordship gets. Page 134. I can read the whole, but it may not assist either way for this particular purpose of date, my lord. But does your lordship get the date? उसके बाद दिनांक 4/5 को रात्रि में अमित आनंद द्वारा सेटिंग किए गए 6 लड़के जो अमित ने मुझे नई बाईपास अपने कार से लाकर दे दिए थे, सिकंदर प्रसाद यादवेंद्र के 4 लड़के तथा अमित आनंद के 2 लड़के को लर्न बॉय हॉस्टल एवं लर्न बॉय स्कूल जो रामाकृष्ण नगर में है पर लेकर गया। वहां सभी लड़कों को चिंटू उर्फ बलदेव कुमार पिता सोएंसो गांव सोएंसो एवं सोएंसो को हैंडओवर कर दिए। इनसे इनकी बात सोएंसो के मोबाइल नंबर सोएंसो पर होती रही। यह हॉस्टल एवं स्कूल आशुतोष कुमार द्वारा किराए पर लिया हुआ है। आशुतोष कुमार इज द ओनर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रीमाइसेस वेयर दिस हैपेंड, जिसने इनका संपर्क सोएंसो के माध्यम से इसी काम से लिए हुआ था ना। नाउ रीड दिस, जिसे चिंटू उर्फ सोएंसो ने एक दिन के लिए सेट किया था और आशुतोष कुमार से मोटे रकम में हिस्सेदारी की बात की थी। दिनांक 5/5 को चिंटू के मोबाइल के व्हाट्सएप पर
Statements 88 and 132 are at variance.
at variance.
88, he says that the leak had taken place on the night of the 4th, when the question paper was given to these candidates for memorization. 132, he says that it was received on the mobile of Chintu in the morning on the 5th, and then was given for to the students. Ratta lagane ke liye diya tha. So Amit Anand's two statements are a little at variance.
Amit
And-
Anand's first
And
statement.
Nitish is also at variance, but Nitish's first statement is also 4th night. Like,
But my lord,
all
yes,
first statements seem to indicate that the leak takes place on the night of the 4th.
but I must tell your lordships, my lord, on the
The question is, how was this confined to Learned Boys High School? Was it confined to Hazaribagh?
I'll answer that, my lord, when my turn comes.
That's what worrying us.
But my lord, kindly appreciate this.
So, Solicitor, because the line which we are following of inquiry is, if the leak has taken place on the night of the 4th, then obviously the leak has not taken, it wouldn't take place from the strong room of SBI or Canara Bank. Nobody can access the strong room. Then obviously the leak took place not in the process of the papers being transferred to the examination center, but it takes place at a prior point of time, prior to the storage in the vault.
Which we have examined and found to be every thing to be intact, I'll be able to show. But please see, my lord, statement of Chintu at
Also,
page
we find that
236.
two of the problem solvers are at least 7. All problem solvers are students. None of them is a professor. Nobody is that of that level of an expert. They're all students.
I was told that for this work, professors, the students are better qualified because they have recently prepared everything. They have the computer
We are
with them.
from-
They have books with them.
They
And
are from Ames Patna. One is from Ranchi, and two are brought one from Rajasthan.
yes. Now, Lord, what is
Why are
done
they
is
brought from Rajasthan?
that is, my lord, under investigation, my lord, because maybe there is some personal linkage or something. But what they did was they bifurcated the papers, so each got 25 to 30 questions each, and they had 1 hour. So 25 to 30 questions with a reasonable knowledge and with help of computer and books, you can always solve.
Now, what we do, Mr.
And we have also, my lord, kindly bear one factor in mind. We have done an exercise after the last hearing as to what is the success rate in this particular center, this particular city, and overall state. And we compared it with 22 and 23. There is no abnormality. Even in this, which I'll be able to show. And my lord, kindly 236, my lord, page
Buddha, you can now show us the
page
data.
236, the last.
Yes, then we have completed.
My lord, 236.
This is Chintu's.
Yes, Chintu Baldev Kumar, my lord, at the last, my lord, para. Dinank 5/5.
Is there an earlier statement of Chintu also?
Chintu, no. No, he was arrested only on that day by the EOI. He was not arrested by the my lord, local police. So there is only one statement. We must be having our statement. We have our statement recorded after
So Mehta, come to page 229.
229 minutes.
Statement of Chintu.
This is also a statement of Chintu.
The same statement minutes.
Is it in continuation?
Is it?
This
Yeah, but it's the same statement. I don't know why they have repeated.
it
But-
ends at 232.
Yes, my lord. And if your lordship sees, my lord, page 231,
Read the second paragraph.
no, 231, my lords?
Yes.
Yes. My lord, the same is I was showing at 236. So it appears to be a repetition. But I'll read, my lord, from 231, my lord, as your lordships have seen. दिनांक 5/5/24 को 9 बजे प्रातः तक करीब 24-25 नीट यूजी 2000 परीक्षा देने वाले अभ्यर्थी वहां पर जमा हो गए थे। मैं पीने वाला पानी का बोतल भी वहां गाड़ी से पहुंचाया था। दिन के करीब 10 बजे रॉकी ने मेरे पास मौजूद नए मोबाइल पर सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र भेजा। मामा संजीव एवं रॉकी के गिरोह के एक लड़के ने मुझे वाईफाई प्रिंटर दिया था, जिसे नीतीश कुमार द्वारा लर्न प्ले स्कूल छपरा के रूम में सेट किया गया था। सो द्वारा भी एक वाईफाई प्रिंटर दिया गया था। सबसे पहले सो का सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र मिला, जिसे हमें लोगों ने मोबाइल को वाईफाई प्रिंटर से कनेक्ट कर सॉल्व कर दिया। एज एंड व्हेन दे स्टार्टेड solving the papers, they started giving. It was not given in one go. First was biology. कनेक्ट कर सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र का प्रिंट निकाला और उपस्थित सभी अभ्यर्थी को सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र का प्रिंट रटने के लिए दिया गया। इसके बाद फिजिक्स और केमिस्ट्री का सॉल्व किया हुआ प्रश्न पत्र एक साथ मिला। Very good.
You can show us the data which you have now. What do you have to say on the basis of the data? Then
but
let's see.
before-
all India data or whatever way. We have all India data.
I will show.
So we'll hear them on the response on the data.
Yes,
So,
my lord, allow me first, my lord, just give their.
Lord, only 236, my lord,
procedure.
Justice Pardiwala, my lord. 236, which I was reading, is the same which your lordships.
you're identical.
They're identical. My lord. I do not know why they are two similar statements.
Please read Anurag Yadav. He's the only student. All the other people are members of the gang. Anurag Yadav's first statement.
We've read Anurag. We've read Anurag Yadav's.
Yes, sir.
Might read 131.
We have got that at page 131.
Lord,
Anurag Yadav says, I got it on the night of the 4th.
Yes.
But now, anyway, we still have to see whether it's localized, assuming for a moment
We'll
that the theory that the paper was distributed, that the solved question papers were made available at about 10:15, and between 9:20 and 10:15, these 7 chaps solved all the questions and gave to the school. Assume that we for a moment we may not entirely accept that. We have to hear the other side. Even so, is the leak systemic or is it only confined to Hazaribagh and Patna? That you'll have to establish something on the basis of data.
yes, my lord.
Show us now what the data tells you.
Lord, before I come to data,
Up to now, we are only focused on Hazaribagh and Patna, right? Whether the leak takes place on the morning of the 5th, as CBI is telling us, whether it took place on the night of the 4th, and therefore the leak took place before lodging in the vault. How widespread is it? We don't have any other material apart from this that you have shown us to indicate that the leak was so widespread that it had gone all over the country. Now show us the data which will
yes, Lord, allow
support
me,
your
Lord,
case.
just 4-5 minutes before I come to the data. Lord, Lord, because between the last date and today, we have got a lot of information that how actually this exam is being conducted by this NTA. Lord, very briefly, Lord, because
Assuming that the examination should be conducted in a much better way.
I'm not on that, Lord.
That
I
we will see what they are doing
Lord,
for the
I will
future.
show why a particular data is as such. Just give me 2-3 minutes, Lord, before that. Lord, NDA, Lord, on the first date, this Honorable Court put it to them. Give us the complete chart that where the printing happened, how much time printing, how much time it reached the center, then where deposited, what time it was taken out, taken to the center, how much time is the examination?
Printing, as we see, find out now, printing takes place, the CBI third report tells us where printing takes place.
At two places, different states, and they are never declared or tendered.
We don't want to mention that because,
Yes.
I mean, because obviously that will,
We don't also tender, because otherwise the highest tenderer becomes open.
Well,
That he is the printer. Whoever is the highest tenderer becomes the printer.
from CBI's third report, we find out the name of one place where the printing press was situated, where it says 28/4, 28th April, it had left that printing.
If your lordships, I'll take your lordship through the journey of the papers from the printing press till the school, and what are the checks and balances on real-time basis. That there is some tempering, it would be noticed somewhere. That I'll be able to show.
Let me very briefly capture that. 24th of April, they say that the dispatch happens to different centers. So far as Hazaribagh is concerned, 28th of April. Everywhere, the question paper was to reach the respective banks on 3rd of May. And 5th of May is the examination. So the question paper remained in private hands for fairly long time. From 24th of April till 3rd of May. I leave it there, Lord. They say that from everywhere, the center in charge will go to the bank in the morning. Lord, I'm showing the mechanism and how brittle and fragile the mechanism is, that the entire mechanism which they have followed.
Wait, just give us the facts.
Yes.
Give us the-
Now, in the morning, they say 8:15, the center in charge of the examination will reach the bank to collect the paper. What has actually happened, which is the documents on record, taking example of Dayal School, Bahadurgarh, Jhajjar, Hardayal School, Bahadurgarh, Jhajjar, the principal of the center goes to both the banks, collect papers from both the banks, distributes the paper taken from Canara Bank. Paper taken from Canara Bank is allowed to be attempted for all 3 hours and 20 minutes. And then they say that we over and above, because on 4th of April, they did not declare any other key except the key for SBI bank question paper. When it appeared that from this Hardayal School Jhajjar, there are 6 candidates who get number 1, 100% marks, 720 out of 720. 2 candidates get 719 and 718. So it came out that how come from this center 8 people comes within first 69 and this number is not possible. NTA came out with a theory that no, we have given a grace marks because there is a delay. I have seen the video of the principal of this Hardayal school, which says, and it is openable even now, which says that there was no delay in this center. In fact, we distributed Canara Bank paper when it was already half an hour.
The correct set was to be the SBI paper.
Correct. That's right. That's right.
Everywhere.
And they declared
No,
entire country.
It's not everywhere.
Entire country, Lord.
Entire country was SBI. Yes, your lordship, sir.
Of course, different configurations, as Brother Mishra said, because the questions will be jumbled up.
Even in the one classroom,
Yeah. Obviously.
in
That
one classroom also,
sitting next to each other can't know which is the order. of
which
the
is the
question.
order. One of the things which is going on in the social media is that 2 numbers sitting with each other, both got 600 marks. How is it possible? But both would have, the system is that both sitting in front and back and both sitting on the sides, they have different
They will
numbers.
not have the same order of questions.
They don't have. My question number 1 would be his question number
Do
18.
that in the judicial.
So we can't even do that. Orthodox way of cheating also is not
Let me
possible.
place the hard facts, Lord, how they have done it. So Hardayal school, admittedly, they distributed Canara Bank. The Canara Bank question paper was attempted by all the about 500 people in the center.
How long?
For till 5:20 is the last time.
Oh.
There's no delay. The principal is on record of the school and they say,
So it's not that in the middle of the exam they
no,
substitute the SBI. paper.
Lord, that happened Savai Madhopur. I'll come to that. Hardayal school, Canara Bank paper was given. In the first instance, when Canara Bank paper was not to be the paper to be attempted, how come it was even given to them? What is the SOP? How meticulously they followed it, what they say is. And the principal got question paper from both the banks and both banks gave it.
Once again, Mr. Solicitor, just since little bit of query on the procedural, one set is lodged with Can Bank, one is with SBI. Now, the center in charge on the morning of the exam goes to both the banks and takes the
No,
question. Then what
The
happens?
city in charge is informed
Right.
that this is the bank from where you will have to collect the
When
papers
is he inform the day of the exam?
in the morning at 7 o'clock.
So the city in charge will inform all the centers in charge in the morning that you have to go to this particular
This
branch.
particular center.
Now, how did this chap at Jhajjar
Badurgarh.
go and collect it from Canara Bank when he had to? He must have been told that you have to go to the SBI to collect the paper.
No, that maybe a mistake or something. Or deliberate, but paper was,
Now, Jhajjar, we just wanted to some clarity on Jhajjar. So he collects the paper from the Canara Bank.
correct, my lord.
Students write throughout the 3 hours and 20 minutes, they write the Canara Bank sets of questions, right? Now, thereafter, what happens in Jhajjar? Everybody is given grace mark, or what happens in Jhajjar?
Lord, what they say is because they never disclose
What
key
happens
for
in Jhajjar?
Canara Bank paper.
One second, let's have clarity. We just ask
Yes,
questions.
Yeah, my lord, my learned friend can.
Let's,
Just one second, one second. He has his instructions. Let's get the official version first. About Jhajjar,
Yes, let's.
what happened exactly in Jhajjar?
It's, Jhajjar was a new center. Your lordships are aware the number of candidates have increased. As a result whereof we have to let's increase the number of centers also and city coordinators also. This place was added for the first time in 2024 as an examination center. Perhaps let's the city coordinator must not have seen the message that you have to pick it up from this place. As a result whereof this happened to be picked up from both the places.
But are the banks not informed that, look, don't release the Can Bank paper to anybody, release only the State Bank of India paper? Because the vault in charge to be
they had
Hindi, the candidates were given English.
Yes.
Then at some point of time, when was this detected? What happened?
yes,
there?
Lord, in Savai Madhopur, they say they detected it through social media at 4:30.
No, no.
2.5 hours later.
2.5 hours. It is their affidavit on
All
record.
right. Just explain to us what happened.
2 o'clock, Lord, the question paper started. Questions were given to the students. Questions must be raising objection that this is not my medium.
Right.
No action was taken. NTA here in Delhi get to know of this incident at 4:30 the same day.
Right.
Then they take a decision that we will have another examination the same day from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then these all 120 students in that center.
So at 4:30, the correct medium was given. They had, in any case, from a different medium, they had the paper right at 2 o'clock.
Correct. That's what
Then
I'm
at
saying.
So they got more time, in fact.
Oh, but at 4:30, did they give them at 4:30 the
No,
correct
no,
medium?
then
or no?
the second examination is from 6 to 9 or
Oh,
9:20.
So what you are saying that they held the same question paper, albeit in a different medium, from 2 o'clock.
Correct. And what this happened at 2 stations, not one. Other one is a Ghaziabad.
No, we do not know. There is no
UP
pleading
and
of
Rajasthan.
Ghaziabad. Yesterday, my lord.
There was a, Lord, there is an NTA press release if they remains in a denial mode.
2 o'clock, these students must have started answering also, albeit in a different
That's right.
medium.
That's right.
They were given an OMR sheet, say, of 2
Everything.
o'clock
Correct.
with English, so they had opted for Hindi.
Correct.
Then at 4:30, this is discovered. So at 6 o'clock, they hold the examination in the correct medium
That's right.
with a separate set of OMR sheets.
Correct.
Now, how many students in Savai Madhopur?
120 as per their showing.
How have those students fared, by the way?
I will show, my lord.
And Lord,
That's the
Ghaziabad,
correct answer.
they are in a denial mode. Let kindly put them to the answer because their
All right.
press release
Let the
says
solicitor start. We will,
Ghaziabad.
We'll
Ghaziabad
hear the
also.
solicitor. Yes,
And
thank
Lord,
you.
Savai Madhopur, bust another thing. They say we are monitoring it live here and we are securing that everything is fine. In Savai Madhopur, their systems are not working. They say from a social media, we got to know after 2.5 hours of examination that this is what has happened. So their argument that all centers are monitored through live CCTV camera is completely destroyed. There is no system. And these CCTV cameras, some were installed, some were not installed. They have
Where
only
it is
issued
not
checks.
installed, where it is. Well, let me start.
All right.
Let
Mr.
me
Huda,
start.
Mr. Huda,
Let
we
me
allowed
start.
you to make your point now, no re-argument. Now we'll hear the
Lord, what has happened is, my lord, let
All
me,
right, now, Mr. Solicitor.
yes, let me
take a
sum
breath,
up.
Start right from the beginning.
Yes,
Now you
yes,
can
let
sum
me sum up. My lord, I'm my lord, not either against the petitioners, they are also, my lord, students, nor against those, my lord, who are not before the court. I am, my lord, on behalf of NTA. What I have understood from the petitioner's point of view is, they have been able to give instances of 3 or 4 or 7 centers and raise a kind of a apprehension or suspicion. Even if the suspicion is true, it would be true only for the purpose of that particular center, and I'll come to it separately. Now, my lord, your lordships are examining an issue where approximately 24 lakh students are involved. Lord, the total number of centers are 4,750. When your lordships examine, my lord, whether there is a pan-India cross-country impact or not, my lord, this would be a relevant figure.
Just one. Mr. Huda, I know that you are very energetic, but you can please sit on the chair. Why do you have to stand? Tell your juniors also to sit on the chair.
Great.
It causes me less stress when everybody is comfortably seated in the chair. So the juniors have some chairs here. There are some chairs with the law clerks. They're all not here, so you can come and sit here. Please sit quietly and listen to it in peace. Yes.
Yes. But, my lord, nonetheless, we must satisfy your lordship's conscience from the figures and statistics. Not, my lord, somebody tells us something, some social media post, which we will show, my lord, how social media posts like Telegram, etc. My lord, from evidence, my lord, we will be able to show how they are tempered. But leave it at that, my lord, for the time being. We will have to satisfy your lordships that pan-India, cross-country, there is no impact, and the result has remained consistent. But at the outset, I may point out that top 100 students, look, this is the test of a fair examination being conducted. Top 100 students are spread over 95 centers. (56 cities and 18 states and or union territories.
Yes.
My lord, this is, according to me, my lord, the first prime test. That first 100, if I have the paper, if my group has the paper, it would be a bulk of people topping the exam. Because if I have the questions, I have the answers, obviously.
Now, just one thing we want to ask you. In this top 100, do we have any students coming from, say, Hazaribagh?
Yes, I'll show everything.
You'd like to see?
Yes, my lord. And I will also show what was the
Sikar, Hazaribagh.
yes. Look, what I have also, my lord, done, we have done an exercise as to what was the position of those centers in 2022, 2023, and 2024. Whether there is any marked jump or rise or not. My lord, that would be the only indication for deciding cross-country impact, if at all there is any impact. My lord, we have filed, my lord, submissions, my lord. Lord, it is mailed to your lordships, but for ready reference, I can. I have, my lord, the hard copies as well.
Located. Can you written submission? Yes.
My lord, I would start from, my lord, how the examination is conducted. There is a concept called percentile, and there was a confusion. That confusion remained, and unfortunately, young children are, my lord, unnecessarily tensed because of wrong narrative which is going on. The narrative was that for centers like Rajkot, more than 30 candidates were qualified. General impression was that if you are qualified, you are getting admission in the medicine, in the course of your choice. Lord, there has always been, and this year also, a system of coming to a figure called percentile. A percentile is a figure. After we get the result, it is fed into the computer system, and we request that we want 50% percentile. It can be 60, it can be 70, depending upon the nature, but in this exam, it has always been 50%. So it gave us the figure of 164. It merely means in common parlance that out of 24 lakh students, I'm taking a rough figure, it's 23 lakh something. Out of 24 lakh students, 12.5 lakhs would be below 164 and 12.5 lakhs would be above 164. Those who are above 164 are qualified and rest of them are not qualified. So all those 12.5 lakhs would not get admission.
So the cutoff marks for the 50th percentile is 164 out of 72.
For the purpose of qualification, I'll tell you, Lordship, the reason why this is done.
Is always taken as a 50th percentile or what is it?
Percentile, yes.
Year on year.
Year on year, Manoj. Last year it was 137, which indicates that this year number of students increased. Number two, maybe this batch of students of 24 lakhs was little more hardworking. And third, the syllabus was, Manoj, sliced down. But nothing turns on that, Manoj. Last time it was 1/3. So 12.5 lakhs are qualified. Seats are 1 lakh and 8,000 only. Why this was required to be done? Manoj, it was noticed years back that I'm sorry.
So 12.5 lakh students are 50th percentile and above.
Above, and therefore qualified. Roughly, 12.5 is, I have taken the figure of 24 lakhs, it is 23 lakhs something. 37, whatever. I'm just for the purpose of ease of argument. Now, why this was required? Years back it was found that some private medical colleges, your lordships are aware, there are some management seats, management quota seats. They used to be filled up by people who are not even qualified, who got 50 marks or 70 marks. Therefore, this system was introduced that we will come out with a figure of percentile and qualification. They are eligible. They are eligible to be admitted either in medical, either in government medical college or in private medical college. So now, even a private medical college in their management quota cannot take anyone who is less than 12,50,000 because they are not qualified. So Rajkot had 30 people who are qualified, meaning thereby they were above 12,50,000 figure. Not that they will get admission. Lord, we have done that analysis. Please see page 13 of my note. Just to remove that narration, my learned friend has very fairly not argued this issue, but please see 13. First, I have given, your lordship sees right hand side, I have gone from top to bottom. That's why, states are also, coming not at the same time. Gujarat, Bhavnagar, total appeared 5,800, greater or equal to 164, 4,660. Therefore, success ratio, meaning thereby success for being declared qualified, not admission, is 80.34%. Next is Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada, then Rajasthan, Sikar, then Gujarat, Rajkot, Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku, etc., etc., etc. It goes on. And I'm not taking your lordships through the entire country and entire the
So
city
you've
wise.
done this for every
City,
for every city.
every city.
Actually, you've done it for every city or state. How does it work? For every
City. This is done city wise.
Okay.
But center wise also, wherever they have.
It is because no, it is
City wise or center wise?
Bhavnagar is the city.
But it is city wise arranged in descending order. This is only to remove an impression that those
How many cities totally?
571.
So this data is for all the 571.
571. Cities, 569. I stand corrected. 569. Lord, we have centers at some other countries also. For example, page 13, your lordships would find serial number 6, Dubai. Dubai has a center where we conduct the exam. Muscat, Singapore. So including the outs.
We also have Doha, Sharjah,
Yes, my lord.
Kuwait.
Yes, my lord. So consider adding them also, the total cities, I'll treat them as city, my lord, as a,
Right.
so it is a center. 569. The lowest is Chhattisgarh, Narayanpur with 8.6%.
Right.
This is the limited purpose, my lord, to show that more number of people getting qualified doesn't mean that they are getting admission.
They are just above the 50th percentile. That's
Yes, they have crossed 12 lakhs mark. That's all. Lord, kindly now come to page 28.
This annexure A began at what page?
13, my lord. 1, 3, and it goes on till 27. Annexure B, my lord. It's not annexure A, annexure B. It goes on till 27. I'm not, my lord, reading. It's not necessary, my lord. But descending order, we have given, my lord, the number of students who qualified.
maybe up to 72%.
But, But the moment your lordship goes further, the lordship would realize, my lord, that how that number also decreases, those who are likely to get admission. Lord, your lordships would find Judger at page 14, my lords. Serial number 69. It has 59% students qualify. Yes. Lord, before I take your lordships to the next annexure, Lord, kindly allow me to place only one fact, Lord, which is an accepted fact in public domain. But there are certain centers like Kota, Sikar, Kottayam in south, Rajkot. There are several centers which are hubs of competitive examinations, coaching centers. My Lord, the word which generally, my Lord, the newspapers have used, factory, is possibly taken from a recent web series, Kota Factory.
They are HubSpots.
For coaching centers for entrance examinations or other examinations like UPSC. Kota is considered to be the best in UPSC, but UPSC, NEET, IIT, JEE, several competitive examinations.
Which are they? Kota, Sikar?
Kota, Sikar, Kottayam, Namakkal in Tamil Nadu, Rajkot in Gujarat,
Yeah.
well, there are several coaching centers, several hostels, right from those who cannot afford, they would have their hostels. Those who can afford, they can have flats, they can hire flats. There are PG accommodations, but all essentially the entire economy is on students. They are given question papers every alternate day. Some dummy paper would be formed by the coaching classes and they would be asked to appear in that examination. They are trained how to attempt those questions where you are very confident, thereafter to examine the questions where you have to give a little time, how to avoid negative marking, etc. So when a child sits in the actual examination, it is his 201st examination, hypothetical.
So the students who would really be sitting at those centers would not necessarily be students who are domiciled in that.
No.
They'll be coming from outside.
They are mostly outside. Mostly outsiders, because now this has become a competitive field. So parents send their children. Whether I am preparing for a civil service or I am preparing for NEET, I'll go stay there for a year. I'll have coaching. I'll have a PG accommodation, hostel accommodation, etc., etc. And this is going on since many years. But still, there is no alarming rise from last year's to this year. But just I wanted to say that example of seeker, quota, etc. may not assist your lordships to arrive at a correct conclusion because they are sui generis centers. What I would get, my lord, at say Jamnagar in Gujarat, some better, my lord, training is imparted in Kota or in Sikar or in Kottayam or in Namakkal, etc., etc. But that also, now, my lord, what we have done is that I have told your lordships which number of students are above 12,50,000 and which are below. Now we forget those who are below. Out of 12,50,000, that is above percentile and who are qualified, how many students were qualified were getting admission last year, last to last year, and this year? Whether there is any unexplainable spurge, there is any increase or any shocking development, that exercise we have done, which your lordships would find at page 28. My lord, your lordships would find the title is Table Showing City-Wise Success Rate. And if your lordships were to see, my lord, the subtitle, one is state, another is city. Number of candidates appeared in 2022. My lord, the fourth column. Your lordship gets that, my lord. Number of students appeared in 2022. Number of top 1,08,000 in that year. Then number of students appeared in 23. Similarly, number of top 10,800.
So when you say your solicitor success rate, that is above the 50th percentile.
Yes, no, sir, it has to be. Look, these are all students who fall within
Qualify.
1 lakh, no, not, they are qualified. They are in 12 lakh
They
50,000.
will be within the 1,08,000.
1 lakh 8,000. Exactly. I'm grateful to your lordship.
Percentage. Thousand consists of 56,000 government colleges
And 52,000 private colleges. I must tell your lordships one more thing. Just to, my lord, give your lordships the correct feel, what is the pan-India impact? I have not deducted the reserved seats. Reserved seats, my lord, the success rate would be, my lord, almost half. While I'll tell your lordship, my lord, out of 100 seats, 50 seats are reserved. SC, ST, OBC, and economically backward class. These are done, my lord, at the state level also. And some states, or maybe all states, some states at least have domicile reservation also. So out of 100 seats, the general category students, depending upon, my lord, which category they belong to, their available seat might be only 45 out of 100. But without touching that, out of 1,80,000, 4030. So if we count that, my lord, this 19.12 would go almost to 10% success rate, my lord, at an all India level. My lord, similarly, now see, my lord, first is Sikar, I have read, my lord, Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku. Total 972 students appeared in 2022. Your lordships may kindly correlate with the heading.
Yes.
Total 179 in top 1,80,000, 8,000. So entitled to get admission subject to reservation, etc. Similarly, in 2023, total 168 students and entitled within 1,88,000 is 213. This year, total students appeared is 1,007 and entitled are 171. So it is lower than the last year. Even in Sikar, 2022, the success rate was 24.02, which is now down to 19.22. But now Razar is the rank. पटना का कहाँ पे है?
Factual
Please come to
clarification,
Malad.
just one factual clarification. Lord, there are 5 other courses which are admissions happen from the same entrance examination. So the total number of seats are about 3 lakh and the rank for admission goes up to 12 lakh from the same NEET examination. Here we are talking only of MBBS, but there are BAMS and dental and all other allied courses.
For them, the 50th percentile is not applied.
No, applicable.
No, that is
Everyone will have-
applicable.
It is applicable for the other course.
But Lord, the rank goes up to the last course. The rank goes up to 12 lakh. So
No, it
it's
can't
not
go to
only,
up to
we are
12
not
lakh.
only talking
There are-
about.
That vary from year to year, I guess.
That's right.
Yes,
It's-
sir.
last year it was about 12 lakh. Last year it was about 12 lakh.
But the 50th percentile is applied as a qualification for all courses.
Well,
which
yes,
depends
yes,
on
Malad.
the-
yes. All BDS, BAMS, whatever. But he argued on medicine, therefore I am giving medicine.
Just as a matter of interest, just show us where do we get Hazaribagh, Patna,
I wanted to show, Malad, kindly come to page 30.
page 30.
Page 30. They are at 51502. Malad, that is the city code. Bihar, Patna, the 6th from below. Their success rate is 5.53 this year. But see, Malad, the earlier success rate, it has remained consistent, Malad. 2 or 3% plus or minus is everywhere. And obviously, Malad, it would depend upon the caliber of each batch, the examination, etc., Malad. Please see, Malad.
7.74 and 5.5.
Yes, the 22, it was 8.9, 23, it became 7.74, and this year it is 5.53. Now please come to 32, Hazaribagh, 4th from top.
Yes,
Page 32, 4th from top, my lord.
7.2, 6.06
And this year 4.61 only. Belgaum.
Yes.
And my lord, I'll also show Belgaum, where my lord, one of the students who is my lord stated to have failed, shifted to Belgaum, page 39, my lords. My lord, the impression one gets is that she shifted all the way from Gujarat to Belgaum because Belgaum there was a huge potential for some mass copying or something. Please come to 39. Karnataka, Belgaum, the success rate is 2.5%.
Where is it exactly? Ah, yeah, got it. Belgaum.
Well, seventh from the bottom,
Success rate is 3.22, 3.94 and 2.05.
yes. So one would not go from Gujarat to Belgaum, maybe some personal reasons I have not examined, but their success rate is 2.05. Nobody would go at a center Lord, similarly, I forgot, my lord, to show that to your lordships, my lord, in the annexure B, Lord, that percentile, Lord, this Bihar and Hazariganj, my lord, please come to page 17.
17.
17. No, this is, I am showing percentile, those who are above 12 lakhs. Lord, 191. Bihar is at, this is seriatim, so it's ranked at 191. Patna, their qualifying rate, my lord, success rate is 49.22.
Where do you get that?
Lord, 191, serial number 191, para 7, page 17.
Patna. Success rate is
Bihar, Patna, so many students appeared, so many cleared, so many became eligible, means more than 164,
they have 49.22.
49.22. Similarly, if your lordships were to, my lord, permit me to show, my lord, next page, Jharkhand Hazaribagh, 216. It is 47.68.
49.22.
Yes, my lords. Page 17.
Bihar, page 17, right?
17 is Jharkhand Hazaribagh. Sorry, 18.
Patna.
Page 17. Your lordships are right. Patna, Bihar is page 17. And your lordships would find the average.
7.6.
Next is, my lord, above that is Punjab, 49.23. Below that is Chhattisgarh, 49.11. Gujarat, 49.10. Jharkhand, 49.07. They are in that bracket. They are not in the highest bracket of 80 plus. Then next page, my lord, serial number 216, Jharkhand Hazaribagh. Their success rate in the sense of, Lord,
47.68.
yeah, 46.6, 47.68. That is, they are above 164.
Yes, yes, you got it.
Now, my lord, having shown this annexure B and C, Lord, please come to yes, last page, no, last. Lord, page 48. Lord, the cities which were mentioned before your lordships, my lord,
Page 48.
48, annexure E. Lord, what your lordships have seen up till now is city-wise. Now the cities which were placed for your lordship's consideration based on some assumption, presumption without any evidence or even convincing material on record. We have done that center-wise also.
Picture.
Sikar, my lords, yes. For example, this is Sikar. First is state. We can ignore that, my lord, because it is Rajasthan. City is Sikar. Fourth column is the center, Gurukul International School. Total 715 students appeared in this center. Rank within first 56,000 is 101 students. The success ratio is 14.13. And rank within 10 lakh 8,000, 80,000, sorry, 1 lakh 88,000 is 152. Their success rate is 21.26%. But this is again without considering the reservation. If we count the reservation, it would be perhaps, my lord, half, subject to, my lord, this 101 or 152 also may have some candidates who are entitled to the benefit of reservation. Similarly, next is Polkaji Shikshan Sansthan. Success rate is 20.9.
Totally in Sikar, in the 56,000, how many students and how many percent?
Percentage center wise is on the last column. Yeah, total, your lordship, is page 28. Your lordships have seen page 28. The success rate is 19.22.
Right, Sikar is 19.22.
22. But please see, my lord, the previous year, 19.19.
Total is 11.99 and 19.22.
Your lordships are at page?
So 11.99% in the first 56,000 government seats.
Yes.
And 19.22 in the 52,000 seats.
Yes. In 1,08,000.
Oh, that is in 1,08,000.
Yes, course. But your lordships ask me the total in Sikar city. That is at page 28, your lordships have seen.
Right, that I saw. I saw it later.
It is 19.22. Last year it was 19.19. Slight increase. And in 2022, it was 24.0. So it has decreased year by year.
Here, my lord, 6,216 students appeared from Seeker, and per 600, there were 4,000.
I'm giving everything, Mr. Hegde.
Right. Mr. Solicitor, this year, 27,216 students are page 52.
52, my lord. That's exactly what figures
People
have.
in the 56,000 were 3,262, which is 11.99%.
Will be
And in the total 1,08,000, 5,232.
32.
About 19%.
So about 19.22%.
When this plea has been raised, it's something.
Lord, if you page 48 onwards, Sikar, if your lordship sees the success ratio center-wise, it is between 18 to 22. Sometimes it dips, it never goes up. Please see, my lord, it is 21.26, 20.98, 22.31, etc., my lord, it dips at serial number 20, where it is 8.86%, but it has never seen
Then
any
page 50
unusual.
Page 53, we have quota.
Yes, my lords. Similar, my lords. Quota, my lord, after the results, there was an article, my lord, recently in one of the leading newspapers, that after the results in quota, the land prices or property prices in Sikar have gone up. Not that students or parents buy property. People buy property for being rented or for using it as a PG, because quota is now not doing well as compared to Sikar. That's not that that's my argument, just as a, it was yesterday only this article came. Now, my lord, I'll just take example of first, quota, Lal Bahadur Shastri, 476 appeared, rank within first 56,028. And I'm not counting, my lord, the reserved categories. I'm counting everything to be open, just to show to your lordships that there is no marked spike which can lead to any conclusion. And it has remained constant, my lord, since last 3 years, with variation of plus minus 2 to 3%. And success ratio is 5.88%. And rank within 1,88,000 is 52, and success ratio is 10.92. And if your lordship sees the last column, success ratio in each of the centers, it remained almost consistent. Yeah, my lords are on some page, my lord, I can. I'm sorry. Lord, similar is Kottayam at page 56. These are all high ranking, my lord, centers. My lord, I'm not Lord, wasting your lordship's time.
Yes,
But-
we've seen now. Now, what is the next thing that you want to show us?
Lord, Rajkot, if your lordships can
Let's
see.
see
my lord.
Rajkot. Rajkot is about 5.22% and 10.77%.
Yes, my lord, as a matter of fact, the first 56,000, it is, my lord, 3%, 1%, 4.21%.
24 totally.
Yes, my lord. So average is, my lord, 5.22 and 10.77%. Now, your lordships, my lord, kindly come to page 8 of this submission, my lords.
Page 8.
Yes, Lord, there was, Lord, opening of the window. Lord, first of all, Well, first of all, we received several representations by mail, emails, that we are unable to log in or we are unable to register ourselves because of some technical glitches, etc. Eventually, when we open the window for some time, it results into more number of candidates being given an opportunity to compete. That does not lead to any inference even remotely of any wrongdoing. But what was not pointed out to your lordship is, out of total 23 lakhs 50,000 odd students, those who changed, those who used this window for the purpose of changing their center are 14,000 only. 14,546 out of approximately 24 lakhs. But 14,000 applied for change of city. The rest of them were unable to register themselves and therefore they registered themselves. Now, what will be the impact of this 14,000? We have also examined. 14,000 as compared to 24 lakhs is a minuscule amount, figure. But did they go for the purpose of any undue or illegal benefit to a new center? Well, we have done that exercise at page 8. Correction window allowing change of exam cities, 14,546 applied for change. These 14,000 candidates are distributed amongst 4020 centers in 557 cities. Lord, if there is a possibility of one center or one city offering some illegal reward, it would be the concentration on those city or cities. But these, Lord, out of 14,000, they are distributed among 4020 centers and 557 cities throughout the country. Maybe their personal reasons, but whatever, my lord, we cannot examine those questions, my lord. We are dealing with 24 lakh students. So why they are wanting to shift, we can't go into, and we need not go into the reasons.
But do you, as NK, do you ask these students to apply for a change of centers to furnish a reason or that they furnish documents such as the Aadhaar card? Otherwise, suppose a student who has, say, already originally, registered at
X
Sikar.
place.
That's Sikar, because the student has been pursuing a 15th class there. Otherwise, when a student, say, applies for a change, you ask for any documentation or any reasons for the change?
My lord, to my knowledge, no.
Or it is entirely, you can change, you can opt for any center in the country.
Any center in the country, that's the choice. And any city, not center is not the choice.
Center is allocated.
City is the choice,
Yes.
and we respect that choice, and we don't sit in appeal over whether your request for change is justifiable or not.
This request came at what point of time, Mr. Mehta?
It
For
was
how many days you looked into the request? Only for one day or
no, my lord. Please come to page 7.
between which date to which date?
18th March to 20th March and 11th March to 12th March. 11th April to 12th April. I have mentioned those dates.
City is also a choice of city is regardless of your domicile, and therefore change is also
I
permitted.
can, for the reason, my lord, my domicile can be XYZ, but I am in Kota, or I am studying since last 1 year, 2 years in Sikar. Then I may not have any identity, any residential proof or proof of my domicile. Lord, transfer of government officers, parents are transferred, Lord, etc., etc. These are there can be very varied reasons, my lord. But in absence of, my lord, any spike, that because of the shift or transfer was to 2 or 3 centers only, where there was a sudden spike, my lord, mere change of city may not lead to any cross-country manipulation. And therefore, my lord, we have said that out of 14,000 students who for their own reasons, which we have not examined, sought transfers and were granted, their success rate is 6.46%. And they were transferred throughout the country. 557 cities.
Thirty-three students came to Hazaribagh.
Yeah,
637
yes,
came
my lord,
to Patna,
Yes, my lords.
and 24 came to Godhra.
Correct, my lords. And Godhra, my lord, the performance is nobody is getting admission.
Out of 33 who appeared from Hazaribagh, only one candidate scored more than 620.
622. Thus, the success rate is 3%. Out of 637 candidates who appeared in Patna, only 35 scored more than 577, corresponding to 1 lakh mark. That also without considering the reservation. Otherwise, my lord, this figure of 35 will come down to 20, roughly, depending upon reservation. And 17 candidates score more than 622, that is corresponding to 56,000 rank. So the success rate is either 5.5% or 2.7%
But 17 candidate scores.
in the entire city. And Patna has, Lord, 70 centers, 70.
7-0.
I'm Lord, I have prepared the.
So 17 candidates got more than the 56,000 mark.
Yes. So they'll get not in government college, they'll get possibly in a private college, but even government college also.
No, 17 candidates scored more than 622 marks, corresponding.
They would get government college, but subject to the reservation. If those 17 are also, some of them may be from reserved category, but we cannot. Lord, one more figure. हजारीबाग में टोटल 2733 अपीयर. Lord, may permit.
Now, did the number of candidates who appeared this year increase?
But please see, my lord, page 10. We have given that analysis also. Page 11.
10,
Page 11. Sorry, my lord. 10 is 11, Hazaribagh. Appeared candidates 48,643. Number of centers 70. And out of 48,000, Lord, this
Last year, how many candidates appeared from Patna?
my lord, 40,000, page 30, my lord. 40,000 कहाँ है? 901.
Where do you get that page 30?
30, my lord, from my lord, fifth or seventh line from the bottom, my lord. Bihar, Patna, number of students appearing in 22, 34,000. No, yes. Last year, 40,901. It is increasing, my lord. 34 becomes 40 and then becomes 48. So that increase is also, my lord, proportionate every year. Same is the but there is an increase 2022 to 2023 to 2024 in almost all cities. And proportionate increase. My lord, for example, Hazaribagh, if your lordships were to see page 32, fourth column from the top. Hazaribagh, in 22, the candidates appeared were 1569 in 22. Then next to next column, candidates became 1963. And this year it became 27,033. But the success ratio is 4.61. It's not as if they were going there to get some undue benefit. Otherwise, my lord, the success ratio would have jumped. Lord,
Now, what is the next point?
Lord, which I have, your lordships have seen page 10 and 11, my lords?
Just saw 10 and 11.
The success ratio in Patna is 5.5. If we go by, my lord, your lordships may kindly see, my lord, Hazaribagh first 10, page 10. Out of 2,733 candidates, 4.6% are within 1,08,000 bracket. More, half of which, according to my calculation, would not get because of the reservation. Subject to, my lord, they also being from that category, from the category, my lord, entitled for reservation. And for government seats, the success ratio in Hazaribagh is 2.1%. That again without counting the reservation. And page 11, please see the chart which we have, my lord, placed for your lordship's consideration. This is center-wise chart. The success rate is 2.2, 1.1, 3.8, 1.2.
Oasis public school is about 4.733.
1.1, my lord. If we go by, my lord.
622.
Yes. But St. Xavier's has 6.2. So it is between 3 to 7, my lord. Substantially consistent.
But just one thing I want to point out. The reference point they have taken out for this percentage, they start with 12 lakh. Then sometime they come to reference point is 1,08,000. Sometime reference point is 56,000. Sometime reference point is the marks above 622. But this will not lead us anywhere whatsoever. This is all, wherever the picture is seen normal, they pick up that reference point and present this data. A haystack and 1,000 needles put in here and there, and they say the haystack doesn't seem to be imbalanced. Please.
My lord, the petitioners We have taken 56,000 and 1,08,000 because the petitioners argued only on that basis. That 600 marks, then I'll not get it. More than 600, I'll get it, etc. Please now, Lord, last come to page 47. Lord, I have given a cumulative chart. What would be the position of the person, of a student who gets a particular mark? And please come to the last column, my Lord, at serial number 115. Just to give a broad outline. 115. The student who will get 600 will be.
What do you mean by cumulative frequency?
Cumulative frequency means, my Lord, this is where he would stand out of 1,88,000. So he would stand at serial number.
Serial number 1 marks 720. Cumulative frequency would be 61. What does that mean? Oh, right, there were those 61 toppers.
Yeah, yes, my Lord. It includes them.
It includes the 1563.
Yes.
When we deleted the 17, it came down to 44.
No, yes, yes.
Right.
Plus, my Lord, when we see
Sorry,
600.
initially it was 67. When you deleted the 1563.
Jajjar deleted.
Right, it came to 61.
When you come out of Jajjar now, come to Haryana, then come to India. My learned friends, I understand his love for Jajjar, but he has to come out of Jajjar now.
Mr. Huda is his loyalty, you know.
Yes, I respect that.
So out of
the cumulative,
out of the 60, 61, 44, as we were told, are people who get full marks for option 2.
Yes, and my Lord, what I say, cumulative frequency.
So if the option 2 is not treated as a correct answer, you will eventually get 17 students who have got 720 out of 720.
Possibly, yes.
716.
But that's okay, but that doesn't lead to any malpractice. I mean, that's a different question.
Not the malpractice. Yeah. If you take away those 4 marks
for option 2,
and you add one more negative mark, so there would be at least 5 marks less.
So they'll get 715.
715, and then their rank would accordingly be adjusted.
Because if what Sukriti argued yesterday, if she's right, then they will be down from 720 to 715.
Lord, there is one.
And yesterday, of course, we had the figure also, right?
Lord, can we complete this one rather than going into that area, right?
773 candidates, 4,20,773 candidates who gave option 2 as their answer. And those 4,20,000 were given full marks for that.
Lord, I'll Lord, assist your lordship.
We don't answer that right now. You will know.
Yes. We'll go because Miss Tanvi Dubey, Lord, in the morning called me to inform me that one boy or girl, Lord, has approached her that she has got 720 out of 720. So for her, that 5 marks.
We go to 715.
15. So
absolutely.
I said that you move the court and whatever I'll make my submissions, Lord, on that question.
Can we will hear you for that girl, huh?
Yes.
Give us the name of that girl and what you are arguing, because we like to hear you, because we have a representative from that category.
Yes. Lord, please see 115. What I mean, cumulative frequency. Lord, when I say that I got 600 marks, above me have 30 persons, my Lord, in 30 individuals with 601 mark also. Hypothetical figure. 30 is hypothetical figure because every mark, every figure has more than one students getting those figure, my lord, in a span of 24 lakhs.
Now, when
Therefore,
seal number 2, Mr. Solicitor, 716 marks,
yes,
cumulative frequency is 71.
correct, my lord.
So this will include 71, will include the 61?
61, yes,
very
yes,
right.
yes, yes. That is cumulative.
These 71 people would be, say, 716 and above.
Yes. So accordingly, when we were considering the figure of 600,
So in other words, somebody who gets 716 would rank as the 71st candidate,
yes, your lordship, sorry, correct.
or between 61 and 71.
Depending upon, my lord, what is the upper position, it would be a total reshuffle.
It would be 14 at item 1, then 44, 10 people at 716, and 288 plus whatever those.
They would be directly
44
impacted. They
people.
would be directly impacted. They will go down.
And interestingly, we are taking 622 as the mark for the 56,000 seats. That you'll get at sale number 93.
Correct.
Third column.
Yes, yes.
That, and 1,08,000 let us see now. 1,08,000 is
No, see,
577.
130,
130.
570.
That's how we get it here.
This is, my lord, what we have done.
What more, Mr.
Lord,
Solicitor?
few more, my lord, few.
Now, we'd
Before
like
that,
to, you can take it at your own time, but we'd like you to show us the 1563 candidates.
yes, it's there. It's there. My lord, we have prepared it yesterday, my lord.
It's here.
It was there, my lord, but
I think it's at page 11 over here.
yes, my lord, but we have done a little better exercise. Page 8, bottom, my lord, your lordship may kindly see.
Page
Uh,
8, got it.
Yes.
156.
Lord, they were, your lordships are aware, they were given grace marks initially, what was termed as compensatory marks. And thereafter, retest was taken.
They belong to how many centers?
I'll just, my lord, there is another, my lord, 6 centers, my lord. 6. I'll give the details, my lord, the center wise also.
From 6 centers.
Yes.
And these were the candidates who were given compensatory marks because they were given the wrong paper.
No, because they could not get 3 hours 20 minutes full time.
And why did they not get the full time?
There are different reasons, but essentially because of the wrong paper being given
Right.
initially, paper being taken up, and
They were given either the Can Bank paper
and those,
or maybe also different medium of instruction also.
that is only one case, my lord. That is one case.
Savai Madhopur.
Savai Madhopur. The rest are, my lord,
Yeah, has
Lord,
taken-
my lord, when we are dealing with, my lord,
The examination, that can't be because our court
there
had
is none.
permitted it.
There is none.
We dismissed the writ petition.
No,
Did we? No, we didn't dismiss the writ.
Your
petition.
lordship did not.
Permitted it to
the
take place.
challenge was to grant of compensatory marks.
Right.
So we pointed out
That we are now
that
holding a.
now we are holding a fresh test. So court said now that question does not arise.
When
That's the
special test held.
23rd of June 24. But out of 1563, only 813 appeared. An option of not appearing. And my lord, I must tell you, nothing would turn on this, my lord, but as a piece of information, why, my lord, out of 1563, only 813 appeared? Lord, suppose I am a student, I did not get half an hour out of 3 hours, 20 minutes. I completed my paper, say, in 2 hours. I am a brilliant student. I may not choose to go for and take my chance in the retest. Therefore, the option was that either you accept your result of less time performance, or you are given an option of appearing again. Well, rest of them chose, because some may be meritorious, but we can't compel them.
Marks were then withdrawn. Nobody then
To
got
everyone.
those who chose to stand by their original result. That is the original result minus the
Minus compensatory marks. So the student will have a choice that minus compensatory mark, I am getting this much. I have performed well. So why should I take a chance or gamble by appearing again? It was a gamble. He could have got more.
compensatory marks which were given, was it uniform for everyone?
Uniform.
How many marks were given?
Uniform. Proportionate formula, my lord. There was some formula as per CLAT, my lord.
But everybody got the same compensatory mark.
Yeah,
Or it varied
same
from
methodology was applied.
Same methodology.
Same method.
Based on what they had scored.
Scored and what the time lost.
So everybody didn't get like 4 marks or 5 marks.
No, not a fixed figure. The system applied was same.
The same formula was applied.
Same formula. I'm sorry.
Results.
Yes.
Depending on how much compensatory mark, everybody didn't get the same compensatory mark.
No.
The same principle was applied.
But
Maybe
whatever
that's how
was given.
those students have either had to appear or have their original result minus
Compensatory mark. Yes. So out of those 1563, 813 appeared. They may not have fared well, my lord, in the first. So out of 156 candidates, 1563 candidates, as on 30th June, 26 candidates have scored equal to or more than 577. That is corresponding to 1,08,000 mark. And success rate is 1.7%. And out of this, 11 have scored equal to or more than 622.
Now, those who remained didn't take the new examination. How many of them got more than 622? Those who didn't take the...
We have, my lord, we'll check up. That, your lordship, it will be an interesting figure. Because maybe they didn't appear because they had more than 60.
Then they felt that they had done well enough.
They have done well. And my 6.
7, okay.
I can prepare it and give it to your lordship.
800.
Lord, because I may get, Lord, so for example, I have got 600 marks without compensatory. I might feel that if I reappear, I might come down to 550. So I don't take a chance that whatever admission I'll get wherever, at 600, I'll take that chance. They took that chance. And success ratio is 1.7% in 1,08,000 and 0.7.
So this is the 1563 now we've done.
Yes.
Now, which is the next area?
Yes. Lord, next area, before I take your lordships to the other things, would your lordships like to see, my lord, the investigation?
Now, what about the, since we are looking at the data, what about those who were given the Kanban paper?
My lord, what happened was, as I have said, my lord, we are dealing with 4750 centers. Human errors do occur in few of the centers. One human error
How
was...
many centers was the Kanban paper given actually?
We have prepared. We have undertaken that exercise. We have undertaken that exercise, my lord, yesterday night. Lord, there are two categories.
Just one second.
Mail कर दे संजय को. संजय करे. 4 of this.
Para 3 also. At how many centers?
NEET UG were Canara Bank questions booklets distributed. Question papers from Canara Bank were distributed at 12 centers. But kindly see, out of 4750, out of 12 centers, 4 centers replaced the Canara Bank question papers with State Bank of India question papers. Thus, 8 centers, the questions paper from Canara Bank were used. But rightly or wrongly, they took the decision that having given a wrong question, now let them complete 3 hours and 20 minutes with the wrong question. Wrong in the sense that it was SBI and not Canara, with the difficulty level being the same. Lord, whoever approached
How many total candidates answered the Canara Bank question bank?
yes, 3307. And we have given center wise. And serial number 7 would, my lord, assist your lordships. The candidate of the above referred centers who answered Canara Bank were evaluated based upon the respective answer key of Canara Bank. Out of 3307, 59 candidates have scored more than 577, which corresponds to 1,08,000, and 17 have scored more than 622, that is respectively 1.7% and 0.5%. These are the students where the center superintendent took a decision that, all right, I have brought a wrong question paper, but let them complete now within 3 hours and 20 minutes.
3,307 candidates.
Yes. And next, my lord, my learned friend, my lord, mentioned that this key was never uploaded. That is factually not correct, my lord. Serial number 8, the answer key of Canara Bank question paper were also uploaded on 3rd June.
So for 8 centers where the examination took place on the basis of the Can Bank question bank,
Yes.
they have been graded and assessed on that basis.
On the basis of the answer, model answers of Canara Bank.
So 3,307 candidates are not assessed on the basis of SBI, but the Can Bank, the wrong. Now,
In a sense, wrong, my lord. Yes, my lord.
But
both were
has some
correct. But
moderation- has some moderation been done between the Can Bank and the SBI question?
Lord, the report of the expert is that the difficulty level of both the question papers are same. And that is always, my lord, questions are prepared. So that one question paper is not more difficult than the other.
In the SBI lot, I mean,
Remaining, my lord,
Remaining.
99%.
yeah. What is the success rate for the for 622 and above?
Lord, if your lordship sees para 2, perhaps, my lord, of this. No. Lord, in the main written submissions, my lord, if your lordships comes to page 2. But this is total 4.
Yes.
Page 2 of the original, first which I saw. The total number of candidates appeared is 23,33,162. The cutoff marks of
23
candidate
lakhs. 33,000.
162. Where I'm roughly using 24. This is the correct figure, accurate figure, Manoj. So the cutoff mark, whose rank is within 1,08,000, is 577, which is 4.6%.